If you like pizza, buffalo chicken, ham and cheese, or peanut butter and jelly, you might want to stick around for this one. What's up guys? So in this video we're making wraps, rolls, something easy to make that's protein packed, and you can find all the ingredients in your local grocery store. I make tons of protein packed recipes just like these ones that you guys are about to watch. And guess what? We're gonna have a variety of different flavors, so if you guys don't like one, you can make the other. Or if you're like me, I like all of them, so I'm gonna make all of them. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the first recipe we're gonna make are the pizza rolls. First things first, go ahead and grab yourself a non-stick pan. This one is made from ceramic, I believe, no Teflon. If you have Teflon, that works as great. But if you don't have a non-stick pan, I recommend using a non-stick spray. I like this olive oil. It gives it a little hint of olive oil and it saves on calories. You can use Pam as well, but you know what? If you have a pan like this, no need for this guy. Crank up the heat and let this warm up for just a bit. So the first item we're gonna use are these turkey pepperonis. They're 70% less fat, so we're gonna go use this instead of the regular pepperonis. This recipe is gonna make 2 pepperoni wraps, rolls, whatever you wanna call them. So we're gonna use 30 grams. I have 30 grams right here, all measured out. We're gonna make one at a time, so we're gonna be using around half. Here's 30 grams right here. We're gonna be using half the pepperonis and we're gonna cook one at a time. This is crucial because you don't want to cook both of them at the same time and then mix everything up and it's not gonna work. Just trust me on this one. So set your pepperonis just like so. I'm gonna make a small little square. Let's see, we're gonna make a what? We're gonna make a 3 by 3 by 3. So 9 pepperonis on this one, just like that. Let those cook for a little bit. The next ingredient we're gonna use is some light mozzarella. Obviously, we're gonna save on the calories on this. We're gonna be using 80 grams. So right now, we're gonna be measuring out 40 grams for this one specific one. I measured out 80 right here. Again, we're gonna be using half. So we're gonna let these cook for a little bit more, and then we're gonna throw in half of this mozzarella, which is 80 grams, 40 grams for one. All right, so that's looking good right there. So let's go ahead and we're just gonna sprinkle on half of it, just like so. And you can hear it cooking super nicely. And then make sure it gets a nice even, just like that. Turn down the pan if you need to, make sure we don't burn these things. Next is some seasoning. We're gonna add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of oregano. Now these seasonings are optional. If you don't like them, you don't have to put them in. The next step is to grab some tortillas. I went with these light tortillas. They're fewer on the carbs, 1/3 less carbs actually, and a little bit of fiber in them. So let's go ahead and grab one and we're gonna stick it right on top. So this is how easy it is. Boom, you stick it right on top and you just press a little bit at a time. Make sure you grab everything. You can feel it cooking. Make sure all of the mozzarella melts. And then what we're gonna do, you can use a spatula, but I like to use my hands because everything, look at this, look, there's nothing left. So I like to use my hands and you just flip it. Boom, just like that. Turn it down just a little bit. Now, the next ingredient is gonna be using some pizza sauce. This pizza sauce is low in calories. I believe it is only 35 calories per serving. We're gonna use the entire serving, but for this one, we're gonna use half a serving. So 63 divided by 2 is about like 31 grams for this one pizza, 31 for the other one. But we're gonna be using a total of 63 grams. Here is 63 grams, we're gonna be using half. So let's go ahead and just right here, just a nice little line down the middle. Boom, just like so. Now, we're good to go. Go ahead and remove this and repeat the process for the second one. All right, so now we remove the tortilla off the pan. What we're gonna do is roll it. We're gonna go ahead and roll it just like so. Make sure that pizza sauce doesn't spill over. And if it does, that is fine. Go ahead and remove this. Bring our pan back and go ahead and grab that roll and we're gonna seal it. So we're gonna go ahead and cook it on there, full blast on the pan for a little bit. All right, so once that's done, go ahead and move that to the side. Now for the second one, pan is already hot, so we're gonna go ahead and take the rest of our pepperonis, put it down just like so. I believe we're gonna have 9 again. That's gonna work out perfectly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna turn down the pan. We're gonna be using the rest of the mozzarella. Just like so, boom. Be careful not to burn yourself. Again, a little bit of salt. A little bit of garlic. Running out of the garlic, and a little bit of the oregano. Next is the pizza sauce. Whoops, pizza sauce goes on after, but oh well, can't go back now. We'll see how it turns out. We have the tortilla. Go ahead and place that on top. All right, now we're gonna flip it. Ooh, that looks great. Let's see if I can roll this on here. Oh, I can. This is gonna be good. That came out even better, look at that. Now, turn the pan onto low heat and let it just cook for just a bit. All right, now we're gonna remove this and we're gonna move on to the next recipe. So for our next recipe, grab a separate bowl. This is gonna be our mixing bowl. It doesn't have to be very big. It's a small bowl, good enough to mix about 8 to 6 ounces worth of items. So the first ingredient, I have some shredded, cut up chicken tenderloin. You can use chicken breast or chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are usually a little bit fattier. I like tenderloins or chicken breast. This is 3 ounces. We're gonna make 2, so 3 ounces, we'll make 2. Throw that in there. Next ingredient I like to use is some plain non-fat Greek yogurt, good for protein, and it's gonna give us that creamy texture that we want. 30 grams into the bowl, just like so. The next ingredient is that light mozzarella we used before. It's gonna be 40 grams. I'm sure it's 40 this time. Throw that into the bowl. The next ingredient is some buffalo sauce. I like using Frank's Red Hot. We're gonna put in 100 milliliters. Boom. Next, go ahead and put some salt. This is totally optional. I like to make it a little bit spicy, so you can put some red peppers or some paprika. Add some chili powder as well, you know, just to add a little dash of spiciness. All right, let's go ahead and mix that all together. It's gonna be a little watery, but that's okay, because once we put it on the pan, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be nice and melted. All right, so take that same pan, make sure you guys clean it just like I did, and put it on high. All right, so turn down the pan. So this does make 2, so we're gonna use half the ingredients here, and we're gonna have to do this very quickly. So go ahead and put that down. We want the cheese to melt. Boom, that's about half. Grab our 1 tortilla and just throw it right on top. And make sure that everything melts, press down. Make sure you don't burn yourself on the edges like I did right there. You're gonna hear it sizzling. That's fine because of the buffalo sauce. You can go ahead and check. Yeah, the cheese is melting. Go ahead and press down, press down. You can use a spatula as well, remember, but you know, I like to live dangerously and not use a spatula. All right, so now we're gonna flip it. This one was a tad difficult, so we're gonna go ahead and use that spatula. Because of the sauce, makes it a little bit difficult. Now you can see it's all nice melted. All right, make sure I don't burn my fingers. All right, let's go ahead and try to wrap this right on the pan. Grab the side, grab a little piece of that chicken. Make sure that chicken, that's protein right there. We want that protein inside. All right, and just roll. Perfect. Now, throw that in the middle. We're gonna crank up that heat. This one was tough, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I did burn myself. So make sure you guys use a spatula, not like I did. All right, perfect, look at that, boom. Now let's go ahead and grab this and throw this off to the side. We're gonna throw in the rest and we're gonna make the second one. All right, grab the tortilla, throw it right on top, and look at this. I have my spatula ready, pressing down, making sure that everything is cooked. It's getting cooked nice and evenly. I'm gonna feel it. Yeah, all right. It's looking like ready to flip. I'm gonna wrap this all around, grab it from the bottom, bring it to the center. Boom, wrap, wrap, and wrap. There we go. Bring that to the center and let it cook. Perfect. Now I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna go on to our next recipe. All right, time for our third recipe. This one's gonna be a ham and cheese one. We're gonna use this ham from Costco. This is perfect because it's very lean and it has about 5 grams of protein each slice. We're gonna use 4 slices for both, so 2 slices each. So we have 2 slices right here. We're just gonna put them right on top of each other and let them sit and cook. The next ingredient is gonna be 80 grams of mozzarella. Again, this is for 2, so we're gonna be using half or 40 grams. Let's go ahead and flip this. Now let's go ahead and add our cheese. Right on top, easy. It's a little pre-cooked. Add our seasonings, salt, and a little bit of garlic. I love garlic. Next, you already know what to do. Throw that tortilla right on top. Use that spatula so you don't get burned. Press down firmly because it's not gonna cook fully if we don't. Turn down the pan just a tad bit. All right, and now we're gonna flip it. Boom. See how easy that was? Now we're gonna let it cook just for a little bit because the cheese is on the outside. If you guys haven't done so already, drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below, the bell notification to be notified anytime we post new content. It really helps the channel and it helps push my content out to people just like you. Really appreciate it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and now roll this. Turn down that pan because I almost burned myself. Whew, it is hot. Perfect. This one is looking like it is done. So let's go ahead and make the other one. Okay, same process. Let's go ahead and grab 2 slices of ham. Throw it right on top. Turn down the pan because it looks like it is, yeah, it is hot. Throw the rest of our mozzarella on top, guys. Throw that garlic, a little bit of salt, and final step, the tortilla. You guys are probably pros already at this. Drop a like down below if you guys done something like this. Drop a comment down below if you guys are liking any of these or you think you're gonna be trying any of these recipes. I know for a fact that the pizza one is gonna be a staple for whenever I meal prep for work. I love pizza, I love ham and cheese as well. So both of those are gonna be in my arsenal. My lunch bag game is gonna be amazing one after this weekend. Look at this, boom. Let's go ahead and let that cook. Crank the heat up to high. All right, so this is all done. We're gonna go ahead and throw this off to the side. We're gonna go into our last recipe. All right, so the last one we're gonna do is on top of this food scale. We're gonna measure everything out into this bowl. This is gonna be our peanut butter and jelly roll. So the first thing you want is some PB Fit or powdered peanut butter. We're gonna go ahead and throw in 32 grams. I should probably use a spoon because it will be more accurate than me just throwing it in there nonchalantly. 32, perfectly on the dot. The next ingredient you want is some vanilla protein powder. We're gonna use 15 grams. That's about a half a scoop. That's gonna give us some extra protein, and you know what? It's not gonna give us the tanginess of the Greek yogurt. Sometimes, you know, all you have in your kitchen is protein powder and this powdered peanut butter, so that's what we're gonna use. Next, I like to do just a little bit of salt just to give it some flavor. So this is the crucial step. Add a little bit of water. Add a little bit at a time, because if you put too much, it's gonna be watery. Add a little bit. If you need to add more, you can always add more, but if you add too much, you can't take out the water. So add a little bit at a time until you get a thick peanut butter-like substance. A water bottle right here, look at this. Add a little bit. I already know that's gonna be not enough, but I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. When I mean, you can always add more. Look at that. It's clumping up. We can always add more. A little bit more. Now, stir, stir, stir. All right. We're getting somewhere. Oh, it smells just like peanut butter. Oh, you see? Don't even need to add any more. You see that? Look at this. Just like so. All right. Boom. We are done with this. Next, grab out your food scale again. Tear it out. We're gonna be in grams. Zero it out. Grab a plate and grab 1 tortilla. Grab that 1 tortilla, throw it on the plate. Again, zero it out. Now it's time to include the jam. This is a reduced sugar jam. We're gonna be using 40 grams or 20 grams per tortilla. So let's go ahead. Let's see. That's perfect. That's 20 grams. So let's go ahead and make sure that's nice and even. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw that off to the side, guys. Look at this. Put this nice and evenly, so that way every bite has some jam. Just like so. Boom, perfect. All right, now time to grab your peanut butter. Grab about half, right? Because we're having 2 servings, so that should be half, maybe a little bit more. Spread it nice and evenly, just like so. Now it's time to roll it. So go ahead and just roll it, just like as we did before. We're not gonna fry this one, but we're gonna put this off to the side. Just like that. We're gonna do the same thing for our second one. Yes, you can do it all in one plate. Here we go. Look at that. Tear it out, 20 grams again on the dot. Nice and even jam across the whole thing. And now, time for the peanut butter. Scoop up all of that protein, guys. Don't leave any on the sidelines. Just like so. Roll it up, just like you know how to do it. Boom. Both peanut butter and jelly rolls completed. They should call me Gordon Ramsay of meal prep, low calorie cooking, because look at this. We got pizza, buffalo chicken, ham and cheese, and your peanut butter and jelly. I am super excited for this. Look at how good all of these look right here. Boom, we're gonna try these out. All right, so first one first, pizza. You know the pizza is always good. You can't mess up pizza. You have to try to mess up pizza. All right, so for the pizza, let's go over the macros. This is for both. Total calories is 353. 15 grams of fat, 45 grams of carbs, and 38 grams of protein. That's for 2, guys. That's for 2. All these 4 slices. Cut them in half. If you want to split it in half, it's about 176, 177 calories for one. 8 grams of fat, 28 grams of carbs, and roughly 14 grams of protein. Drop a like, guys, if you haven't done so already. Hit that subscribe button, the bell notification to be notified anytime we post new content. Helps me out, helps you out, doesn't cost you anything. Bada boom, bada bing. Next, buffalo chicken. I've been making this on the low for myself, but then I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's try it out. That buffalo sauce. A little bit of spice. Remember, I put that spicy stuff in it. Definitely love it. All right, so this one, a little bit less fat, but for both of them, 384 calories. 8 grams of fat, 39 grams of carbs, and 39 grams of protein for both. Now, if you just want one, it's 192 calories, roughly, 4 grams of fat, and around 20 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein, roughly, guys. All right, time to go for the ham and cheese. We got a little pizza sauce right here, but ham and cheese. Look at how much cheese we got in this one. Oh yeah. So the ham and cheese, 486 calories, 14 grams of fat, 42 grams of carbs, and 48 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein for both. Now, if you want to eat one, 243 calories, 7 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein. Last but not least, let's grab, this one's falling. Dripping on the side, look at that. Oh. Who needs bread when you have tortillas? So, for the peanut butter and jelly, for both of them, we have 465 calories, 9 grams of fat, 60 grams of carbs, and 36 grams of protein for both. It's a little carb heavy on this one because you have the jam and stuff. But for one, 233 calories, 5 grams of fat, 30 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of protein. I don't know what to tell you guys. These, look at this. These are all delicious, easy to make. You can find all the recipes in your guys' grocery store. I'm baffled how well these things turned out for you guys. Like always, guys, make sure you guys like, follow on all the socials, links down below, nutrition coaching, all that good stuff down below. And we'll see you guys next week for another video.